and he wants to set it right on the playing field.
And he has been quoted to the effect, as it was put to him by the club in an effort to lower expenses and help the game of soccer. Steve has publicly taken it at that plane and said he wants to help the game. He's under contract, signed this morning and on the pitch, and Barcelona will kick it off. The front line of Klose, Maradona, and Gonzalez. There goes Klose, number 9. Francisco Javier Klose, as Ardiles is challenged, and now Borja on the ball. Chico deflected by Klose, played ahead. Neeskens squares it to De Brito. Just underway. The winner has Udinese. 5-3 victors over Fluminense after a 1-1 match. We went to the penalty kick shootout. This is Maradona, number 10. Valor, number 4. Challenged by Bogey. You see most definitely the water spumes that fly from the ball now. Valor centers, sent back to Osvaldo Ardiles. Migueli sends it in. De Brito got a head to it, still loose at the edge of the arc, chipped in for Klose. And down goes Jerry Gray, and the foul on Klose. First minute of action. U.S. national team in attendance this afternoon watching. Some of them actually playing for the Cosmos. And, of course, the Italians are here, having trained this morning in preparation for Wednesday evening's match. A full international, USA and Italy, the defending World Cup champs. The matter at hand, the Cosmos in Barcelona. Can't get much more world famous than what we're about to see over the next 72 hours at the stadium. Bogey centers and tries to move out. Maradona got a piece of it, but Neeskens now, who stands Terlecki. Terlecki gets away from Estella and starts out. Terlecki. There's Jerry Gray. Our attendance this afternoon, 37,629. I'm astonished.
That is amazing. Handball on Maradona. That is what a testament to true soccer fans in this New York, New Jersey area. They will come out to see the quality stuff that they know will be served up here with on just the most horrendous possible day.
And of course, soccer looking to get back to where it was, late 70s, and a gate like that certainly is a step in the direction. Estadio, the ball ahead for Maradona. Handball against Diego Maradona.
Well, a tough call there. Ed Bellion right beside him, but looked from this point 150 yards away that he took it on his chest.
Lead down the left side. There goes Steve Moyers in a race. Moyers doubles back against Comas. Stevie's got Cabañas in the box, got it away, and Borja keeps it alive. Back to Stevie, through his legs, and Migueli's got it. Migueli over the touchline. Well, Maradona is certainly the center of attention. He got the rousing ovation when he was introduced. But if you think back to the World Cup in 1982, and there's Neeskens, Maradona had a wretched World Cup, as did Argentina as the defending champs, and it began when they opened with a 1-0 loss to Belgium, and it went downhill from there. And when Maradona wanted to leave the last World Cup game, he drew an intentional red card, did it in a most ungentlemanly fashion. So the last that many North American fans may have seen of him, not his best play. But of course, he's been toiling not with Boca Juniors, but with Barcelona for the last several years. Bogey. There's Maradona on the ball, watched by the bogeyman. Slips it inside to Gonzalez. Mágico González lays it back. Chip back to Gonzalez inside the box. Centers it. Bursic is out. It's loose and cleared by De Brito. Sent right back into the edge of the area. Maradona's on it. Shot. Goal! Huzios. And Barcelona takes the lead. Number 8, Huzios.
The Cosmos victimized by some very lackluster defensive work there in terms of clearing. No question you've got some quality players in the box against you, but this shot just comes out and there's no chance whatsoever. But I think it was Eskandarian trying to get it out, but he was tackled and hit as he was trying to clear it. As you'll see, Maradona was the one who put the tackle on him, but Huzilos sees a little space open to David Bursic's right, and that's all a player of that quality needs to hammer it in and give Barcelona a 1-goal lead.
Pick up the actual time. It came within the first 5 minutes. Terlecki against Amador, and Lorenzo Amador wins that contest. Jerry Gray contesting. So Barcelona striking quickly and assertively, bicycled out by Valor. And And you see indeed why this is a storied side from España. Gonzalez. And De Brito is there. Zelios, the goal scorer. 3:43 the time. No assist is assigned off the goal front scramble. And so a 1-0 lead for Barcelona. Migueli. I have to wonder how many of these Barcelona players have ever played on synthetic turf such as this.
Well, Maradona, of course, has played here in this stadium once before, if I remember.
1982 World All-Star match. Terlecki with Huzilos. And Stan wins out. Terlecki a lead, but it's offside as Cabañas was ahead of the play. So 1-0 Barcelona has taken the lead on that sure-footed, left-footed shot by Huzilos at 3 minutes 43 seconds.
Well, the Cosmos looking a little shaky, as who could blame them against a team of the caliber of Barcelona. They got to be a little bit careful about how much room they give players off the ball. There's a tackle by Jerry Gray that's a little bit more forceful than Ed Bellion would like. But as play develops on the right side, they can switch it so fast. They got to be a little bit careful about what they do on the left side.
Eski, who seems to have drawn Maradona in the early moments, heads that one away from Diego. But a challenge there by Ardiles as Borja was involved in a tussle, but it'll be a throw in for the Cosmos. As we are just 6.5 minutes into this match, Udinese and Fluminense went well into the second half, nearly 60 full minutes before a penalty kick, and Barcelona not waiting 4 minutes. Bogey, good lead. Moyers onside. Out comes the keeper. Moyers tried to flick it past with a header, but Amador got it.
Well, that's what we want to see from Bogey. Bogey has been sandwiched a few times between players in midfield, but looking up front and seeing the possibility of a long breakthrough, he's done it.
To Brito, and it's offside with Moyers offside on the left. Barcelona on a Huzilos goal leads it 1-0. 60 seconds to eat that hot dog and digest it and not come back with cotton mouth. What time's your flight?
I'm not going home.
Oh. It's that Espen disease. I made mine with 5 seconds to spare the other day. At least this isn't going into post-production like the show I was on Saturday. And the check's in the mail.
Soccer hotline.
Barcelona with a good foray to the Cosmos end, but a tackle by Neeskens who put it away from Maradona. David Bursic in the nets. And played very well against Tampa Bay. One questionable goal as far as possibility of offside, and then a deflection through the wall off a free kick. The 2 goals that David gave up, and then the Rowdies victorious in the shootout. Cabañas taken down by Estadio, but we play on, and Moyers is offside along with Terlecki, but he put right back into play. 36 minutes in this first half. Eski nods it ahead to Borja, works against Comas. Chico for Bogey, wearing the captain's armband in gray, can't get it, and now Barcelona's got it along with the lead. Maradona, center of the field, slips it inside, gets it back. Maradona pushing behind by Gray, still on the ball inside the area, goes down and no call. We play on. And judging from that reaction, I would have to think in their home park, the Cosmos do not have the benefit of the majority of fans this afternoon.
That's not too surprising in these international matches. You'll see the leg get stretched out here now as he goes in, and over he goes in the top. You know, you could call that a foul. On the other hand, that leg was way out there before he even got to it, and he sort of rolled over it. I don't think the referee is going to call that necessarily a foul.
35-20 to play in this first half. Udinese has the winner of this one. Fluminense on Saturday, or next to Sunday actually, in the first match will play the loser. It's corner kick. Osvaldo Ardiles will take it. David Bursic lines up his defense. Ozzy, the World Cup side of 78, lines it across the box, and Bursic punches it out with Migueli coming on, and then forcefully cleared back to Olmo, the captain. Challenged and won. Terlecki. He's got Cabañas in the middle. Terlecki to Cabañas. Shot saved by Amador.
Well, good work by Stan Terlecki, who's certainly due a good game in the Cosmos uniform. There's Jerry Gray doing a good job.
Cosmos have come alive. Gray centers. Cleared out, though, by Olmo. Cosmos the length of the floor, the length of the field immediately as Maradona puts it ahead. Laid off by Close. Here comes Barcelona with the lead. A through ball and an excellent one for Joseos against Bursic, and 2 goals for Joseos.
Well, that has all started through the magic of Maradona, the cute back flick pass that started the counterattack going. And eventually the great ball through by Maradona to Joseos. Here you'll see the pass at the end. Look at that. Beats 2 players with a pass. Neeskens came up for it, and nobody covered him behind him when he committed to midfield. And the Cosmos victimized again by some shoddy midfield defense, as it was Neeskens who had to come up and make the lunging dive. And when he did that, nobody filled in behind him. And Joseos had a goal presented to him, a chance presented to him, which he simply is not going to miss.
2-0. Barcelona on the lead after the Cosmos had looked so forceful and skillful and moving it down against Amador. Maradona is officially credited with the assist, and the time 10:42. Actually 10:41 if you're scoring at home is the time of the goal. So Cosmos are in a deep and early hole against the talented side from Barcelona for the right to take on Udinese next Sunday in the championship round. This is the 5th annual Transatlantic Challenge Cup. A new format this year. Goal aggregate is not a factor. Now Moyers. Cosmos look to break it down. Handball whistled at midfield and a free kick for the Cosmos. 37,629 watching this game at Giant Stadium in a driving, persistent rainstorm that has just made this an awful day to be outside, with only 40,000 on hand. Cleared up by Migueli, but Moyers challenging, punched out by Amador. And now Istilla in the midfield to Maradona. Sent back in by Cantor. Bogey with a little bit of room and mates on either side. Bogey takes a dive at the edge of the box, but it will be a free kick from just outside the 18-yard line.
Oh, Bogey, uncharacteristic there, going for goal himself when he's normally so anxious to give the ball up to others for chances, and he had 2 players to his right to whom he might have slipped it off. But nonetheless, it's good to see Bogey exerting some leadership there in midfield.
And it'll be teed up about 19.5 yards away. 31 minutes to go in this first half. Bogey over the ball. Maradona just making sure nobody goes before Barcelona is ready. And you've got Terlecki to the left side. Bogey barking signals.
Maybe a chance here for Borja to get a shot. We'll see who they give it to.
Terlecki all the way, just over the top. Lorenzo Amador watched it go high. 2-0. Barcelona leads it. This is going to be a good game.
Got to do something about midfield defense, or we're just not going to.
Yeah.
They won't collapse. They'll get back into it.
And they showed something in coming right back twice. Barcelona's not going to just shut down the shell and play at first. Cosmos in possession with 30 minutes, 30 seconds first half. Borja Migueli stops it, but it comes to Chico offside as Amador slid out to make the save, but an offside call. Linesman Francois Bernot from Quebec on the near sideline, raising his flag immediately. There's Chico in the midfield this afternoon.
Well, offside trap obviously perfectly executed by Barcelona. Not atypically so for teams that come in here to play the Cosmos. They've often given them trouble with that sort of thing.
Maradona, midfield magic, lays it ahead to Huzios, who has 2 quick goals already. One in the 4th, one in the 11th minute. Pedro de Brito, former Rookie of the Year, up to Stan Terlecki, inside to Gray and back to Terlecki. Takes it down the wing. He's got Moyers cutting to the inside. Cabañas trailing the play. Inside, Moyers pushes out of the way, but Olmo is there to put it out of reach. Antonio Olmo, the captain.
Boy, we've had more excitement in this game in the first 10 minutes, I think, than there was in the first half of the first game. Each team is just sort of letting the other team play, and that could be disastrous for the Cosmos, but they're certainly also going forward and trying to do something at the other end.
I tell you what it would do, which is something the league could do. It would put fannies in the seats. This is entertaining soccer. Gray to De Brito. 29 minutes, first half. Terlecki's got De Brito to the right. He goes past Bogey, exchanges. Terlecki with 2 men inside. Centers. Shot by Cabañas. He fanned on it. Might have even lost his footing. Certainly did not get the shot he wanted.
Boy, Stan Terlecki is playing the game of his life for the Cosmos so far, getting into great positions. Now here's a very fine pass right across the defense there to the man it should go to, the leading scorer in the league, and he just simply whiffs on it. Does a poor job finishing it off, loses his balance on the right foot, on the left foot, and cannot knock it home. But what good work by Terlecki, who's served up at least 2 or 3 good chances so far.
Cabañas, last year's scoring champion, last year's MVP, the goal of the year. He did everything except run the concession stand at Soccer Bowl. It was that kind of a year for Roberto. He was visiting with Giorgio in the locker room for the match. They hadn't seen each other in several months.
And Neeskens just reflecting there as Neeskens knocks the ball forward. Of course, some of the great years of Johan Neeskens' career are with today's opponent, Barcelona.
As Gray sends it in for Cabañas and settled by Terlecki, and Stan continues to be a force in the midfield offensively, close to Maradona with 28 minutes now. Maradona, and Borja wins the ball but commits the foul at midfield.
But at least he put some pressure on him, and you've got to close this Barcelona team down in midfield or they'll murder you at the other end.
Valor puts it in. Neeskens sliding tackle but commits the foul, and you saw Neeskens go about 7 or 8 yards on that saturated AstroTurf. There's Close. Francisco Javier Close.
Well, Ed Bellion has never been one of the favorites. There was an extra hard pass from Neeskens to the referee.
And there's a card for Johan.
It's a card for it. Well, Ed Bellion has never been a good referee from the Cosmos point of view. He always seems to be combative. He always seems to be looking for unnecessary, unsportsmanlike conduct stuff. And that time, of course, Neeskens made a poor error in judgment in hammering the ball back for the free kick with right to the referee. The referee had to trap it or else take it in the stomach. But the original call was a bit suspect as he made a good sliding tackle, so no wonder he's upset.
Do hope that's not a felt tip pen in his book, because if it is, we won't be able to read it. That'll be the only chance for Johan. Headed out by Jerry Gray. Bogey flicks it to midfield, and now Chico very quickly to Terlecki, but won back by Barcelona in the person of Estadio. 26 minutes, 40 seconds, first half. Bob Lee and Seamus Mallon. This entertaining nightcap. Barcelona leads at 2-0-0, but we have the definite impression from the way play has just progressed up and down the field that no lead at this point of the game is secure or definitive, because the Cosmos have looked good. They just haven't been able to put it in. Migueli for Gonzalez. It's past Cabañas, but winning that ball is Gray on the left wing, over the line though.
Well, Jerry Gray now getting very much into the thick of things. He's such an important player in midfield because he is primarily defensive, and a lot of the burden of what Ricky Davis used to do so well here for the Cosmos is squarely on his shoulders.
Lovely little flick on by Olmo, the captain, as he ran towards the ball, and it flicked off his head. Bogey looking looking for Terlecki. It comes to DeBrito. A break down the right side. Cabañas in the middle, and Terlecki also crossing in the box. DeBrito centers, and Estadio gets it right back to Amador. 2-0. Barcelona leads at 25 minutes first half. Yes, it is not disallowed.
Jerry Gray was the guy who centered it. But the original pass, he was offside, wasn't he?
Now let's take a look at the replay.
I don't know if you really need to roll it back that far, but when he whiffed on it.
I'm surprised it wasn't over the line to begin with. At Giant Stadium, you hope like the Dickens when you televise soccer something like this does not occur. Cosmos on a break. They have scored. We'll show you exactly how it happened. As there's the tussle on the replay. Close. Ball through to Cabañas. And
he misses it, and then it's Jerry Gray coming up, saving it as it goes to the line, and Cabañas knocking it into the roof of the net. There's a little good save by Jerry Gray, or was it Steve Moyers? I thought it was Jerry Gray, but I might have got it wrong.
It is Steve Moyers. Yeah. 1939 is the time, so just before that break, we mentioned how nothing was for sure as far as the scoring margin was going, and that is the case. Barcelona 2, Cosmos 1. Cosmos in possession. DeBrito, nice little flick move, and it stays in with that wet field. Terlecki circles it back. Settled by Cabañas. Settled again on his left foot. Can't get to it. Comas is there and gets it to Osvaldo Ardiles. This is entertaining soccer. Throw in for Barcelona.
Well, there's no question that the Cosmos feel they can do some work down this right side. I don't necessarily know that they've scouted Barcelona's defense in Valor and Migueli over here on the left side, but they certainly have made some great pace by it. The left-sided midfielder, of course, is Maradona, and he's not about to go back and do some defensive work. That's not what he's here to do. So in fact, the Cosmos have taken advantage of the opportunities down that side.
Bogey challenging with Estadio all the way back to Amador. Game 1, if you've joined us, to Udinese, the Italian side, defeating Fluminense 5-3. It was 1-1 after sudden death overtime. Then the penalty kick shootout, the victory for Udinese. Eski centers. Cabañas is there. Roberto, and could not quite get his foot on it, but it will be a corner kick as it was deflected. So the Cosmos continue trying to come back from a 2-goal deficit. Eski will take the corner kick. Cabañas, his first goal of this Transatlantic Challenge Cup. Now Bogey over the corner kick. With Cabañas in the box, they play it short. Bogey. Borja slices it in. Jerry Gray sends it right back. Moyers is onside. Steve Moyers shot. Goal. We're tied. And the Cosmos have stormed back from a 2-goal deficit to tie Barcelona.
4 goals in a very small amount of time. Only 24 minutes of play. And the Cosmos have gotten 2 goals. A little suspicion of offside on that one. But look how well this young American takes it. Takes it on his right foot, then swerves onto the left. No hesitation as he must go to the far post, which was given to him by the keeper. And the Barcelona players are irate, upset, and every other possible feeling of antagonism towards the officials because they clearly felt that Moyers was offside.
Francois Bernard, again, the junior linesman on the near side, is the one to which the Barcelona players were saying, was he or wasn't he? Barcelona clearly feeling that it was offside. Gray picks up the assist on this goal, and we are tied at 2-2.
Well, a little bit of an altercation between Cabañas and Maradona here. Cabañas coming in pretty hard, and Maradona kicking back. As you mentioned, that's what got him the red card against Brazil in the World Cup. Ed Bellion doing the right thing here, bringing both players over to him and saying, come on, fellas. soccer. Yes, be competitive, but let's not let it get out of hand this early.
Días, who has the 2 Barcelona goals so far. 20 minutes remaining in this first half. Moyers assisted by Gray. Moyers has an assist on the Cabañas goal, and as we mentioned, Moyers having just signed that contract this morning. Tomas. And tussle along the far side. A reminder that Sports Channel brings you another action-packed doubleheader with the winners of today's matchups battle each other with the Transatlantic Challenge Cup. Also the third-place match as we start that one Sunday, June 3rd at 1:30 p.m. Fluminense against the loser of this match, and Udinese against the winner of the Barcelona Cosmos match. We begin next Sunday live from Giant Stadium on Sports Channel at 1:30 p.m. Neeskens for Terlecki, clearly onside this time, but even the water can't hold that pass up for Stanley.
Well, it's great to see Stern Terlecki, though, coming into his own, because I think a lot of fans have begun to doubt what his promise really was, or they heard about his promise, but they wanted to hear what the reality was. But now they've got a good view of what this man could do. Bogey sorting out some of the midfield marking.
Moyers,
so far, so good.
Pardon me. Moyers' goal, by the way, is at exactly 23 minutes of your scoring at home. And again, Jerry Gray chips it ahead. Again, Terlecki's in a foot race, and again, it's with Valor. Valor wins it. Stan goes down. And to the midfield. Días lays it off. 19 minutes first half. Entertaining international action. Barcelona, 2 goals from Días within the first 11 minutes. Then Cabañas and Moyers to tie the match at 2-2. Lead for Maradona, edge of the box off his chest. Bursic watches it go out. It will be a corner kick, though. And the referee, well, the linesman was pointing at the corner flag, and the referee points at the goal area.
That's right.
Which is why Ed Bellian's the referee.
Maradona running into a great space there, taking that tough pass on his chest, going into the soggy penalty area, but couldn't do much with it at the end. And the Cosmos are beginning to sort things out in midfield a little bit, primarily because they're getting a little bit tighter marking from Asti coming up to help out, and Jerry Gray and Dan Canner coming up to help out in midfield too when necessary. So after the early jitters, and by gosh, they were jitters, which the pros from Spain took advantage of, the Cosmos have carried the play for the last 10 minutes or so.
Mágico Gonzalez, number 11, circling on the right side inside for Estadio, could not get to it. Moyers is bumped down from behind. It comes to Terlecki at the midfield. And now Valor. Estadio gets it back. Estadio blocked by Borja. Migueli. Maradona with a left foot lead, blocked by Chico, playing good defense. And now Bogey. 17-20 first half. 2-2 Cosmos in Barcelona. If you've just joined us, you have missed 4 quick goals. Terlecki steps inside of Valor. He's got Moyers on the far post. Sends it for Stevie. Cracks the header over the top. 2-2. What a game of action in our nightcap from New Jersey.
Great stuff, huh?
This makes up for sitting. This makes up for sitting through that horse manure first game.
Atta boy, Dan. Hey, Cantor.
This is fun to watch. No dried ice either, or disco balls from Bob Bell. God, it is outdoors. Uh-oh, come on.
I swear he was going to play out.
Could you take that? 2-2 is the score with 15:40 to play.
Well, good work by the Cosmos midfield there, helping out Jerry Gray doing a good job. Cabañas coming back. And here he gets at the end of a throw in by Terlecki. Let's see if he can get around Valor.
And Valor is there again with Cabañas. With 15.5 minutes now remaining.
Well, they certainly have sorted things out a little bit. Jerry Gray closing in on Maradona a lot more, and that's probably important to do, and not just allow that defensive role to be fulfilled by one of the back four players, because Maradona, Bob, is one of those players who will kill you by the way he runs. In other words, he will pull back into midfield, and if you're a back four player marking him, then he'll destroy your defensive balance by these kinds of runs. So you've got to get somebody out of midfield to do most of the marking.
And Gray sends it ahead to Borja. Indirect free kick for the Cosmos. 14:50 now in this first half. Winner of this game will play Udinese, and the championships will be next Sunday. And a reminder on the Chicago game, which has been moved from Sunday the 10th to Saturday the 9th. Here comes Maradona with help on the left side. Close in the box now, watched by De Brito. Centers. Bursic is out. And too far for Huzios on the far side. Corner kick.
Quick corner kick taken by Barcelona right away. They put it in play.
As it's played back now to Osvaldo Ardiles. Loose. Terlecki watching against Close. Shipped by Gonzalez. Maradona just cannot get to it, and it's out for the goal kick now. No corner kick. Well, the announcement was corner kick, but I believe it is a goal kick.
And that's where an announcer was watching Maradona, obviously, instead of the referee, and watching the play. It looked to us to be a corner kick, but Ed Bellion called it the other way.
Under 14 minutes now in this
That's a corner kick.
Yeah, that's also an error. So Cosmos give one away there, and Barcelona will have the corner kick. Neeskens playing defense this year. That's Gonzalez to take it, skitters it out, run onto by Estadio over the top, and now the goal kick as we have a clinic in what is a kick. 13:20 in this first half. That is Antonio Olmo, the captain. Moyers lets it go. There goes Borja, but Olmo is back defensively. Challenged by Moyers, who wins a piece of the ball and wins the ball. Bogey sends it for Borja. Chico circles back. Lays it off for Moyers. Centers over the head of Cabañas. But all the way back to Jerry Gray at the midfield. 12:50 now. First half. A lead onside for Terlecki, but too far. 2-2. Entertaining soccer match. We've got 12:40 in this first half. To take the feed of the hand mic out of our headsets when it's not actually open. Thank you, because we're getting all the itinerant sitting on it and everything. Thank you. Still getting it. Back. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Now it works. Thank you very much. Life is now a dream. Huzios. You going to show it to us?
No, don't mention it.
Two and 2 is our score. 11:30 to play. And it'll be a throw-in for the Cosmos across the way.
Well, Steve Moyers, Bob, has certainly stamped his authority on this game already. 1 assist and 1 goal. After having been looking to be out of the Cosmos picture for a while, he's very much in the picture.
Gray back to Bogey. There was a time in the indoor season that Steve and the coach were not necessarily seeing eye to eye, and there was talk that perhaps Steve wanted to ply his trade elsewhere. He was the indoor captain, though, once Birkenmeyer became evident would not be keeping the nets, and that David would be the goaltender. And so Stephen, a big factor in the indoor campaign. Gray in a foot race, muscled by Olmo, and the obstruction call is whistled just to the left of the box, and so it'll be an indirect kick. Reminder that the Mets will be hosting the star-studded Padres. Goose and the gang coming east to Shea. That's Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern Time, live from Shea Stadium. The Mets and the Padres, they had a whale of a series a couple of weeks ago out in San Diego, and that's only on Sports Channel. 10:20, first half. Bogey trying to get it to Borja. Terlecki settles it. He's been all over the field today. Olmo springs it up. Here comes a Barcelona counterattack, stopped by Neeskens. A second tackle by Neeskens. And as he tackled it so forcefully, he put his mates offside. Put it ahead so quickly.
Well, again, Neeskens taking a tremendous risk there. He's been burned a couple of times by coming up. Well, hardly burned on a day like this, but he's certainly given away some things by coming up and throwing his body into the ground or like that for the tackle. That time he won it. The previous two times he lost it. And the first of those two resulted in a goal by Barcelona.
Olmo with the free kick. Maradona slices it, but Bursic is there with Neeskens in front. Uzios, 2 goals for Barcelona. Cabañas from Moyers, and then Moyers from Gray. And we are 2-2, despite the fact that Moyers, in the opinion of Barcelona, and tough to tell from the replay, may have been offside when he scored the tying tally. 9:20 first half, and it's tough to tell. There was a definitive replay view in the first game of the foul that gave Udinese the penalty kick. De Brito will throw it in. Cosmos fans beginning to come alive. A whistle for a foul throw. No. He's moving it back, I think.
Yeah, poaching too much territory, so he's got to go back.
Coach Eddie. We talked to him at halftime of our first match. De Brito. Terlecki. Bicycled out by Osvaldo Ardiles. Mágico Gonzalez close at the midfield. Gonzalez watched by Cabañas, and Roberto was called for the kick. 8:20 now in this first half. Barcelona, the Spanish First Division, playing for the right against the Cosmos to take on Udinese as Gray puts it away from Maradona. Diego, though, is on it. Cabañas stays with it, and Roberto pushed from behind by not Maradona, but another member of Barcelona. Tough to pick the number up, and the foul call quickly put back into play, and it comes to Terlecki. De Brito on his right. Lifting it for Pedro, who is onside but too far as Amador is there.
Well, he came from the deep position. That's why he took a longer run. He was not one of the frontline players up there trying to be pulled offside by the defense, but he was very much coming from a deeper position, so that's why he got away with getting through the offside trap.
Cantor whistled for that foul. Estadio. Now to Valor. Uzios and Valor exchanging against Terlecki. 7 minutes first half. Valor moves in. And Olmo, the captain, for Comas, trying to run through, but Cabañas has it. Neeskens for Roberto, and a lead for Terlecki, stopped by Migueli. 6 minutes 50 seconds. Maradona gets it back, moves in on Jerry Gray, slips it to Gonzalez, cleaned out by Neeskens, kept alive by Ardiles down the right side for Barcelona. Comas, and Bogey settles it to Chico. Terlecki comes back, but Valor wins that ball. Stan wins it back, and now Bogey. Cosmos playing with spirit and sometimes with abandon, and a very lovely effort to watch as a little bit too far for Terlecki.
Well, Stan certainly playing with a certain amount of abandon, and from the point of view of the amount of work he's doing, the amount of running he's doing, he's not a great defensive player. When you're called on to try to hustle back and dispossess people, he's not the greatest at that, but he certainly is running from one wing to the other and trying to unbalance this Barcelona defense, and he's got enough individual skill to do that.
We look at the regular season matches the Cosmos have played so far. Tampa Bay, a 1-0 victory. Then a 2-1 victory over Vancouver, both at Giant Stadium. Then the shootout loss on Saturday evening to Tampa Bay. And this effort by far the most impressive so far, despite the fact that 2 early goals were given up. Cabañas for Bogey. To Chico. He's got DeBrito on the right side. Sends it down the middle for Cabañas, and also now Terlecki on the left side. Stan with 2 men in the box against Comas. Now double team. 5 minutes first half. 2-2 is the score. Bogey settles. Gray sends it back. Offside. Moyers and DeBrito ahead of the play. Moyers with a goal and an assist. As we go under 5 minutes now in this first half. What a year he had last season. 15-11-41 his stat line. Maradona now to Gonzalez. Broken up by Eski. And chipped back to David Bursic.
Dangerous ball by David. Even if it goes to one player, he's got 3 opponents around him, so defenders don't like to see that kind of a pass coming out from the goal area with opponents swarming all around him. David really, when you think about it, has not had much to do. 2
twice.
Impossible chances to defend against, really, the 2 goals, and beyond that, just 1 dangerous opportunity for Barcelona.
Well, Neeskens squares it to Eski with 4 minutes now in a 2-2 first half. Barcelona took the lead on a couple of Buzios goals in the 4th and 11th minutes, and then Cabañas and Moyers. Moyers leaves it for Roberto, but broken up by Olmo. As Gonzalez fights for that at midfield, and a whistle on dangerous play, and so it'll come the other way for the Cosmos. Eski involved in that tussle. Bogey from midfield as Moyers lost his footing and could not contest for that ball. And Moyers showing what he can do today, also what he will be expected to do against Italy on Wednesday evening. A handball is waved off. Maradona down the middle against Neeskens. Lays it off on the right side for Estadio. He centers way over the top. Header by DeBrito, contesting there with Buzios. And a push against Buzios.
I think there'll be a yellow card coming up here in Buzios for a little amount of Spanish inflammatory discussion with the referee. Ed Bellion, of course, refereeing in the NASL, has heard his share of Spanish too.
And to work a full international, which this technically is not. Still, FIFA referees are required to be trilingual. So he got the gist. Neeskens. And Migueli's got it. Dogged by Cabañas, and now Olmo has to go back to Amador. Lorenzo Amador. A strong punt. 2:40 in this 2-2 first half. Estadio. Gray wins the ball but commits the foul as he took down Diego Maradona.
Well, the game has died a little bit in the last 10 minutes, but these are explosive teams, as we've seen at various points during this match, so it could come to life even with 2 minutes to go in the half.
Bogey. Gray. Moyers off his chest, back to Chico. The Americans exchange. Buzios wins it. Bogey comes back to take it, and Neeskens calls him off. Borja for Johan, and here's Pedro DeBrito as we hit the 2-minute mark. Borja with help on either wing. To Cabañas in the middle. Lays it back for Chico, running on. Tries to control, taken down in the box, and a penalty tick is called. And I cannot blame Barcelona for their irate dissent with Ed Bellion. It will be a penalty kick with 1:42 remaining in the first half.
Oh dear, this is the most transparent dive you've seen since the last Olympic championship. Look at this now. He touches it through, but You see Chito coming in. He is hit at the outside. Oh, he's a little touching the ball, and he just simply falls over.
5'7", 5'6", 5'8". But it worked.
Unbelievable. Well, the first decision in the Udinese game was a good decision on the replay because the foul was just inside the penalty area. A good call by the linesman. In this, Ed Bellion's judgment, unfortunately, has let him down here. Not easy to referee these games, but that was a very, very dubious call. Bellion, as I mentioned earlier, not always the Cosmos' favorite referee, may suddenly change in their estimation.
If Neeskens puts this in the Barcelona view of things, 2 of the 3 Cosmos goals will be tainted. The second, in their opinion, had been offside. Neeskens had a penalty kick converted against Tampa Bay on Saturday night. This is for the lead with 1:38 in the first half. And the Cosmos lead at 3-2. Neeskens at the 43-22 mark. And he is now the designated penalty kick taker, with the old number 9, Giorgio Quinayo, watching this match from press row with us.
Well, no problem for Johan with this one. I always wonder about Johan's style. I remember, of course, the '74 World Cup penalty he took, which he just drove it down the middle. And but this time he's been picking the corners now, and out of nowhere, the Cosmos 2-0 down and looking in all kinds of trouble early on have suddenly taken over this game.
But a clearly dubious, as the offside pass comes up, we play on though as it's waved off. Clearly dubious penalty kick awarded as Borja tumbled forward, as all good strikers are taught to do. And even though Chico's out of the midfield, he has a nose for the goal. Under a minute now, actually 40 seconds in the first half.
I think Cabañas has hurt himself on that last piece of theatrical slide. He looked like he's holding a hamstring back there. I hope that's not what I think it is, but he doesn't look too happy right over there behind Bogey at the moment. There you see Cabañas wondering why on earth he did what he just did.
He has not budged since first grasping that left hamstring area. He is just walking up the field. That is not good news for the Cosmos. 12 seconds first half. Maradona taken away by Gray. That should just about take care of the first half as Jerry controls it with 6 seconds. Maradona has it back with 4 unofficial seconds, we should say. Sends it inside. Cantor wins the ball. We are at halftime with the Cosmos hearing it at home from a nominally home crowd for their 3-2 lead over Barcelona, but Eddie Fermani will take him where he can get them against the powerful side from España.
Category, of course, goals. The Cosmos up by 3-2. And I mentioned that Cabañas looked like he did a number on his hamstring with a kind of a strange sliding tackle. Strange in that it looked unnecessary, and he is not out for the second half, and that is not good news. Cabañas been replaced by Alan Green as we look at the scoring sheet. Josias with 2 early on in 10.5 minutes, and then Cabañas 9 minutes later. Moyers 4 minutes, 3.5 after that, and Neeskens, of course, with the penalty just before the half. The Cosmos lead 3-2, but they have lost their critical scorer at this point, and Alan Green will have to pick up quite a burden.
So Greeny is on. Now, we will give you the report, obviously, as soon as we receive it on the extent to Cabañas, the extent of the injury, whether it's a slight problem and it's just a preventative because of the wet nature of today's turf and the slippery nature. We shall see. Cosmos to kick off. But Cabañas is the scoring franchise in many respects, and late in the first half he just ripped that hamstring area. The chip for Bogey, looking to go ahead to Terlecki. Lights have been on since before the second game, and the rain just driving on down all afternoon. A dreary Memorial Day, but the soccer has been anything but. Eski for Bogey. Vladislav Bogicevic, and now Danny Cantor back to Eski. Just underway, period 2. Shamus and I will be here next Sunday for the doubleheader, the third place match at 1:30, the championship match at 4 o'clock, and again the Chicago game in mid-June moved to Saturday the 9th from Sunday the 10th. There goes Green. He is offside. He took that pass, Alan Green.
Yeah, offside by just a hair, but good work by Jerry Gray, initially stripping the ball and Also good work by Steve Moyers with a man all over him. There's Jerry Gray again. Jerry Gray trying to do everything he can to prevent the ball from getting to Maradona in the first place. That's his primary obligation, defending against Maradona.
Barcelona trailing, back to the attack, a lead, and there's Bursic to, well, gobble it up perhaps, and DeBrito's over along with Husillos, who has 2 goals, and Pedro puts it right up the wing where Valor has it. Knotted down, and Barcelona builds an attack down the left side. Here goes Gonzalez, Mágico González, and DeBrito just wins that ball away.
Well, Pedro pushing off a little bit there and managed to get away with it.
And Terlecki challenged by Husillos. Neeskens. And now Borja. Chico help on the side in the person of Eski. And here comes Angelic Eskandarian. Back to Chico with Moyers filling the middle. Eski overlapping. There's Eski offside on the exchange as he got ahead of Comas, the defender.
Well, Eski, the blood rushing to his head a little bit there. Getting so far upfield. Eski doesn't attack too much in some of these games where the fear of a talented and skillfully executed counterattack is so high. He must be aware of his defensive responsibilities, but he also must play up front when necessary in order to make the Cosmos play less predictable.
Steve Moyers tackles that away from Comas, and there goes Eski again overlapping Moyers, pushing off Comas, and Eski takes the ball, sends to the far side where Green is waiting as Amador puts it away, and now Valor clears it. Osmos, entertaining attacking style this afternoon. And it is continued. They lead it 3-2. Green takes the throw in, gets past almost, centers, loose in the crease and put out as Moyers lost his footing in front of Amador. 3 minutes into the second half.
Well, Alan Green has already done some things for the Cosmos, almost once breaking in, but offside, and now not offside, of course, on the throw-in.
There's Greeny centering. Moyers, bicycle attempt, stopped by Amador. But what a save. The rebound bogey can't convert it. That would have been the early morning line favorite for goal of the year 1984. Neeskens sends it back. Moyers is playing such as we haven't seen him in a while. He's offside there. Steve Moyers, what an attempt.
Tremendous scissors kick by Moyers. Cabanas says, but Moyers said, I can do this stuff too. Watch this. Great stuff by Moyers, the American kid, surprising the goalkeeper, but he was in a good position to take it away. But that was a very surprising shot out of Canalia or Cabanas' book, but executed by St. Louis's pride and joy.
Say, España getting a slice of the St. Louis Blues. Quickly back into play. Neeskens will have another attempt. A reminder about Yankee baseball is Tuesday and Wednesday. The Yankees continue their West Coast swing as they look to get some revenge against Reggie and the Angels. The coverage begins at 10:30, both Tuesday and Wednesday. Only on Sports Channel, we've got New York sports covered. Moyers goes down, still gets a foot to it. Migueli challenging. Osmos outplaying Barcelona. Lead them on the score side. 3-2. Mágico González. González, number 11. Neeskens tackles it away. Here comes Eski. Challenging against Comas, who is overlapping, and now Gonzalez to the opposite wing. This is Gonzalez, number 11, inside of Eski. Circles and puts it over the end line. Goal kick 5 minutes into the second half. This is quite a match, and the Cosmos lead it 3-2.
You know, this number 6 player down here called Osvaldo. That's not Ozzy Ardiles. I don't know where the heck he is, but I know Ozzy Ardiles.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
That's not him.
Before, what was the... Here we go. Osvaldo here.
Yeah, right, but I know this is not Ardiles.
Yeah.
I know that, because I know exactly what he looks like. It's some other Osvaldo. Osvaldo.
Irving? No, that's Alan Green looking to lead Terlecki in the midfield. It comes back now to Gonzalez. Mágico gets past Neeskens, a lead down the left side for Gigantes, who has 2 goals against now Gray. Centers, but Gonzalez lost his footing, and Brito ahead now for Gray. Weather has not been as much a factor, the field conditions, as you might expect it to be in the second game. It was close skies for that one, and tangled with Bogey, and put back into play. Barcelona will have a free kick.
He's giving it the other way, is he? No.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No.
Yes, no one believes it, but Ed Bellion is going to have to blow his whistle with great power and force now to become the other way. He made contradictory signals is basically what it came down to. He pointed the wrong direction.
Well, look at Alan Green running away from Borja there. Borja wanting him to cut across him towards him, as it were, instead of way over to the right side. And then he had to cut in himself because there was nowhere really to pass the ball.
Bogey from Terlecki back to Dan Cantor, and Cooley to the outside to Borja. 38 minutes remaining in regulation. A lead for Moyers, headed away by Migueli. Settled by Gigantes to Estadio. Estadio, number 7. Cantor stops it. Close, fights for it. Maintains possession against Dan Cantor. Down to the outside. Lead for Maradona against Gray. Neeskens takes him off. You see that double team effort as Maradona takes a dive, but nothing is called. We play on. Talking with some observers at halftime while you were chatting with Jeff Durgan, Seamus, and the question came up whenever something seems to be questionable that results in a penalty kick, inevitably, even though everyone says it's not in the book and referees deny it 10 times over on a stack of Bibles, the even up call, will it ever occur?
Well, it could have occurred there that time, but I think it wasn't blatant enough, and Maradona, of course, used to being chopped about in the penalty area. Ooh, almost put that one through. Well, he added too much of a flourish on the end of it to convince Ed Bellion.
Tomas, and Bogey wins it. Slices it too far for Borja, and now to Valor. Gonzalez. Eski cuts him off with the pass. It'll be a throw-in for Barcelona. Less than 37 minutes remaining in regulation. If you've just joined us, Udinese winning the first match 5-3 over Fluminense. It went to a penalty kick shootout. It was 1-1 on goals during regulation and sudden death. And Udinese winning the penalty kick shootout. Valor. It's the side netting and a goal kick for David Bursic. Cosmos play next Sunday in either the third place or the championship match. Then the following Saturday, home here against Chicago on Sports Channel. And they travel to San Jose to take on the Golden Bay Earthquakes on Wednesday evening, the 13th of June. As they get back to league play, then that big game against Toronto here on June 17th, after which the Port Taps and the Temptations will be performing. A look down the schedule for the Cosmos, who are 2-1 on the league season. Bogey ahead to Moyers, offside as the flag goes up. Tough to hear the whistle with the crowd reaction, but across the way again, the flag immediately up from Francois Bernard.
Well, that one was very close, but I think a good decision again. But such nice inner passing to the Cosmos midfield as they caught Barcelona standing around a little bit, working their offside trap, and they almost paid the price.
Borja puts it away. Valor stays on the ball, and now Gonzalez moves in on Bogey. Lifts it for Maradona, who settles on his foot, moves in against Gray, and Jerry wins it again. Wherever Maradona goes, he'll meet first Jerry Gray, then Neeskens. You saw the turf slow it down the center by Maradona, loose and through the box. Close couldn't tee it up, and it just dies short of the touchline and just waddles over the touchline. And the puddle's becoming a factor.
Well, Pedro de Brito there, very unhappy, feeling that he was fouled by Close as he went for the ball. But those international center forwards are very used to pushing their way around in the goal area. That's the only way they're going to get any authority from those tough central defenders.
Bogey loses out. Back it comes to Barcelona. That shot skitters wide. 35 minutes remaining in this match. The Cosmos leading Barcelona 3-2. Yeah, fine and dandy. I beg your pardon.
What kind of a post-game party do you think it's going to be?
boom.
No, I think they talked about 70. Should do, though. That's a good crowd today. They might have had 50 otherwise.
Well, they said if the producer would give his fee up, they could afford to do a lot of things. Mágico Gonzalez down the left wing as we're back to the live action. Squares it to Estadio for Barcelona, trailing the Cosmos as the New Jersey team's got the lead on the team from Spain 3-2 as Huzios is wide. Huzios, who had 2 early goals, one from Maradona, one unassisted, giving his team a 2-0 lead. Then Cabañas from Moyers, and Steve Moyers assisted by Gray, and then Neeskens on the penalty kick when Chico Borja was, in the opinion of the referee, taken down in the area, and Chico embellished it with a tumble or two.
Cosmos are giving a little bit too much possession to Barcelona at this point, and again, a team of that quality with their capacity for doing things off the ball when in possession, that's not a good habit to get into. You cannot defend a 3-2 lead against this club for 45 minutes.
Olmo tries the through ball for Valor, and it is onside as Close goes down, is put outside, and it'll be a throw-in. Now, was there an initial whistle?
Yeah, no, there's a whistle there, no question. The foul by Neeskens, although it looked like Neeskens was knocked over first, but he took his man down before it happened. He thought it should go the other way. But in any case, it's a free kick, and of course, now what are you going to do? How are you going to defend against Diego Maradona around the wall? Bursic is nervous about that near post.
So Chico will take the near post. It is, as you'll know, just outside the area.
And of course, when Chico does that, he plays everybody onside, so center forward can go right in front now. That's not a good move by Chico.
And in fact, Close is being watched by Alan Green, who's giving away about 4 inches in height just in front. Very dangerous. Barcelona looking to tie it. Billy and moving it back even further. Moves the wall back. Maradona over the ball.
Everybody in the park knows where this thing is going.
Deflected off the wall over the top. And so a corner kick.
I think it was Neeskens who tipped it away that time on his head. And of course, he was on this side of the wall. So maybe Maradona had fooled everybody and was trying to swerve it into the near side of the net rather than the far.
Osvaldo lifts it to the far post. Bursic hit it off the line. It's no goal. Bursic was fouled. Nothing was called as Borja settles and puts it out. Barcelona maintaining they crossed the plane without attempt. It appeared to be Borja that put it off the line as we counterattack to the other end with Terlecki. He's got Green in the middle. Centers for Moyers and put away. Bursic took a mid-air collision. There was no whistle as he was going for the ball.
Boy, it sure looked like he was fouled,
didn't it? And we hate to be officials from this far away, but Bursic was clearly about to envelop the ball, and he was banged, and the ball was put off the back line. Down goes Maradona. David seems to share that opinion.
Well, of course, the Barcelona claim is that the ball was over the line when it came off the bar in that furious action. Well, we've certainly not lacked for controversy around here, but I think Pedro de Brito got a bloody nose through all of this. Certainly it looks like he's wiping his nose and wiped his hands then on his shorts. But it's a dangerous situation here with a free kick about to be taken by Barcelona.
And it'll be put right back into play, but we'll step aside. Do we have a replay of that sequence? We don't. Okay.
Sorry, I should have looked at the graphic. Sorry.
exactly 30 minutes to play in regulation. Barcelona trailing the Cosmos 3-2. The winner gets Udinese next Sunday. Lead to the box for Maradona as Bersic scoops it up, and a handball violation against Barcelona. Osvaldo in the middle of that controversy. And so David Bersic punts it well down off the head of Moyers, but no one there. And Barcelona, as you mentioned, Seamus, bit by bit seems to be creeping and crawling back to their side of momentum.
Yeah, they're getting a lot more of the ball, and they've made a few runs already that have looked rather dangerous in that they have pulled Cosmos defenders out of the center and opened up for quick recovery or quick counter-attacking runs, but they've not been able to convert them. The Cosmos have really just spent a lot of time getting rid of the ball instead of trying to establish something and put some good counterattacks together of their own.
Throw in for Barcelona. 37,000 plus showing up on a wretched weather day as Maradona centers off Bogey's chest. He clears it, and Cantor misses on that attempt to the edge of the box to Osvaldo. And Borja to midfield, overrun by Gonzalez, and it comes back out of Barcelona, and Valor midfield. Comas against Eski, centers, headed out by Neeskens, and it will be a throw-in. There's Osvaldo, edge of the box, and DeBrito got a hit on it. Knocked out by Borja. Now Gonzalez at the midfield. 28 minutes. Mágico González, number 11 for Barcelona. Cosmos have the lead. All the scoring in the first half. Osvaldo, number 6. Through run by Gonzalez. He didn't see him. Estadio has up on the right side, and Comas goes in on Bogey. And you can see the water just slowing it up for Comas. Eski wins that ball. Tries to clear it, stopped by Maradona. He keeps it inbounds. Maradona around Gray, low bridge by Eski at the edge of the box. It's a penalty. I beg your pardon, a foul at the edge of the box, and it will be a free kick and a card issue to Eskandarian as Maradona went down extremely hard. Reminder as Maradona moves in, and there was Eski.
Well, Eski obviously going for the tackle, but missing by a mile and chopping down the player that everybody had come to see, and draws a yellow card for that.
And so the free kick from just outside the edge of the area. Don't forget Pennant Chase, Fran Healy, a special presentation. Back to the action. Gonzalez just outside the area. Far post, cracked just wide by Migueli.
Well, everybody in the Cosmos defense pointing hands and looking around and saying, what happened there? What happened there? Well, what happened is that somebody really lost his man in the defensive placement. Now you'll see this is a very good ball, but look how wide open that man is. He really should have done something better than that. Eski way upfield there after having gotten his yellow card. The Cosmos got to be a little careful here because they really are beginning to give far too much playing of the ball to this talented ball-playing team.
Gonzalez against Eski, tried to fend him off, and it will be, let's see now, corner kick or goal? Corner kick as Ed Bellion points at the corner.
Well, that's again, that's
a gift.
A gift, yeah.
Well, they're making it up bit by bit. From our view, again, we did have a better angle than Ed Bellion did, and David Bersic is explaining it to Ed at the far post. Gonzalez will take it, the outswinger. To the far post, Bersic hands it out. Greeny nods it down over to Moyers. Comas wins it back. Maradona tried the through ball. Tries it to Gonzalez. Into the area. Skitters to Bersic, and he stifles it. Eski to Borja, trouble on his back, but gets it right back to Eski, and they exchange up the wing. 25 minutes and 50 seconds in the match. Bogey looking for Moyers, who was double teamed, and now he's getting that respect to do someone who has scored and assisted against Barcelona. Gray all over Diego Maradona and called for that.
Cosmos winning the ball there, but giving it away in only about 10 seconds, and from a hopeful long pass to Moyers, and all of a sudden they're back under pressure again.
Maradona to Estadio against Eski down in the box, but nothing is whistled. As Estadio went down, it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, this is a plain ordinary dive of the Iberian variety, you see. Yeah, and no question about that. But you really wonder what kind of decision might be made after that tough one against Barcelona. No evidence of makeups, but you can, you know, it's very easy to be deceived by some of these tumbles.
Alan Green turns the ball, and no play on. It'll just be a free kick for the Cosmos with 24:50 now in the match. Bogey will take the free kick. Water is most prevalent along the touch lines. Slows everything up, but Cosmos played in this sort of field conditions before. As Gonzalez has it again, Cosmos give the ball right away. Gonzalez across midfield, cutters to either side. Cleaned out by Eski. Ahead to Moyers. 4-on-2 if they hustle. Moyers onside to Stan Terlecki as Amador is off his line. Moyers, goal! 2 for Steve Moyers against Barcelona. Warming up for the match against Italy.
Well, this is a great, look at this unselfish business by Terlecki, pushing the ball into the space where he knows nobody can reach it except the Cosmos player. And there's Moyers this time notching it in with his right foot, his second of the night, with to go with an assist. And the Cosmos really on their pins this whole second half have come up with an important 4th goal, to the surprise of this crowd and to the dismay of Barcelona, who once again wanted to have that one called back, but was not to be.
That one looked to be very clear-cut onside. Cosmos 4-2 have the lead. Moyers assisted by Terlecki.
Well,
65-33 the time.
Yeah, so there are 25 minutes to go in this game, or 23 minutes and a half or so, and the Cosmos have that all-important 4th goal. And now they've got to just keep battling hard to be sure they don't give anything away in the midfield area.
And again, Cabañas did not play this second half, pulling up a tad lame near the end of the first half. A handball whistled, so Barcelona puts it right back into play. Alan Green taking his place, and Greeny, as he always does, making things happen, helping to keep that front line active. Gonzalez. Neeskens goes a sliding, keeps it in bounds. Here goes Terlecki, who just assisted Moyers. Cosmos push up. They've got DeBrito on the right side, Green in the middle, Moyers on the left wing. Bogey through all sorts of traffic, keeps it alive. Moyers filling the box, the centering attempt, and a foul whistle, or will it just be a goal kick?
Surely it must be a corner kick.
And the linesman was seemingly indicating either a corner or foul, and referee Ed Bellion indicated the goal kick. It was immediately taken as such. Here comes Comas, giving it off to Close. Inside to Huzios, back to Comas. Line drive headed out, and now cleared by Gray. Terlecki playing his best outdoor match as a member of the Cosmos, hands down. Terlecki. Moyers, the hero. Lead onside. There's Terlecki with Green in front. Stan. Side netting.
Oh, Alan Green in front with an acre of parking space there in front of the goal. And Terlecki elected this time to try the impossible angle. Look at this good move by Stan around the keeper. Then he looks up and he says, maybe I can squeeze it in, but there's no way he could squeeze it in. A defender was there as well. And Alan Green would have had the easiest goal of his career if he just managed to square that ball rather than trying that narrow angle shot.
4-2 nonetheless. The Cosmos leading Barcelona with 21 minutes in the match. If the Cosmos hold on, they have the winner of the first game, Udinese. That would be next Sunday. And back to Bursic. Sports Channel brings you another action-packed doubleheader. The winner of today's matchups as the winners go at it. And also the losing teams. That'll be next Sunday beginning at 1:30 when Fluminense takes on the loser of this game, which may be Barcelona. And the winner of this game, Cosmos have the lead as Greeny goes down. Winner of this game plays Udinese, as Migueli will be given a caution.
Well,
green.
Barcelona, unfortunately, also has another reputation in Europe, and it is for fairly rough, tough play, such as what we just saw then. They've had some absolute brawls in Europe in recent years, and I was very pleased to see that right off the bat in this game, there was very little of that. Maradona coming over now to explain the rules of the game to Ed Bellion. But that game has been hard played, but certainly there's been an absence of some of the rough stuff that Barcelona has dished out in Europe in the past few years, and that's very heartening to see.
They're playing in a 4-2 Cosmos lead over Barcelona. Bogey for Borja. Moyers lays it off. There's Terlecki, who has a cannon and doesn't need much room to use it. Eski's overlapping on the left side. Back to Bogey, off his foot in the middle. Maradona at the midfield now. Moves on Gray with a lead pass. Neeskens trying to cut off Gonzalez. Mágico continues on his way. Stopped by De Brito, though. And Neeskens effectively feeding to Huzios. Giving it away. Huzios, a lifting centering move as Gray puts it out. And put wide by Valor as the Cosmos escape that predicament. 20 minutes to play. 4-2 Cosmos lead. Okay. Did you get your Getty gift certificates?
Yeah.
That was nice. I never use it.
Use it for gas.
No, I will. I never have there are never any on my paths here. I kind of, I got a little nervous when it arrived registered mail from the Getty Oil Company, thinking it was an injunction telling me to stop working for the Cosmos.
That's for getting into designer jeans. Oh. Borja just came off, but maybe just for treatment.
Cosmos free kick. Bogey lifts it down, and now Estadio has it back. Chico Borja just stepping off for some treatment from trainer Arnold Trachtenberg, and Cosmos are actually now playing a man down Gonzalez. As it caroms over now to Maradona, lift into the area as Bogey misfires, but Neeskens is there to get it over to Terlecki. A little settle of his own against Valor. Terlecki. Valor with a back heel. 18:50 in the match. Cosmos 4, Barcelona 2 at the 18. They lay it off for Estadio. Squared to Comas against Eski. Green challenging against Maradona inside the area against Gray. Borja as Maradona goes down again, pleading his case. And now Green for Moyers, has to come back as the turf slows that up. Moyers, who has 2 goals and an assist today and is becoming the crowd favorite with every touch. Bogey. De Brito losing out. It's a foot race. There goes Close. Backed up by Neeskens in front for Maradona. And penalty kick is given as Maradona is taken down. And there is the answer to our earlier question.
Yeah, well, it was going to be sooner rather than later, I guess. How many times can Maradona fall in the penalty area and not get a penalty? But I thought Jerry Gray made a good tackle here. I mean, I guess it might have been from behind. I thought it was from the side. Let's take a look at the replay. You see him pushing the ball in here to Maradona. And now we'll see the tackle. Well, it was from behind, but it's hard to know whether or not he got the ball. But not much question about the fact that he went down in a pile. And Andy Parkinson, by the way, warming up outside here for the Cosmos, and Neeskens somewhat discouraged by all this.
Maradona was fouled, and he appears to be the man nominated for the penalty kick. It will come at 72-18.
Yeah, Mágico González and Estadio have both gone off to be replaced by 2 other attacking players for Barcelona.
Canizares, number 15, is on as substitutions have been made, as well as Jimenez, number 14. The penalty kick. Saved by Barsic. That's the match. That could have given Barcelona a real big lift. Maybe David moved early. Maybe he didn't, but he guessed correctly.
My goodness, I think that's something to be able to tell your grandchildren, that you saved the penalty against Diego Maradona. Oh my goodness, what a boost for David facing, hopefully facing Italy on Wednesday.
Sure, he moved early. That time it was not called. We saw 2 penalty kicks retaken, and the penalty kick shootout of game 1.
And I'll tell you, there's a little kind of lore that goes with this, because as we watched Borja come out and Parkinson go in, it was a badly taken penalty, to be perfectly honest. It wasn't just that David made a good save. It was a badly struck ball, and sometimes it seems to me that referees won't call the early move if the penalty looks like it was never going to go in anyhow. I mean, that's not in the rules or anything like that, but it's just one of those things that seems to happen.
But you also notice how David moved. He moved directly forward, not to neither side, so he was able to stand his ground.
Well, you see, moving a step forward even is sufficient to narrow the angle. If you move to your side, you give up the far side. If you take a step forward, then you've you've reduced the penalty to 11 yards, not 12, and that gives a little extra edge.
So the penalty kick denied. Barsic stopping Maradona at 72-18, and you don't see that very often. And if it is seen, it usually is retaken. Not this time. There goes Terlecki in a tussle with Migueli. And for this one against Jimenez.
Boyer's playing just a tremendous game here, showing lots of skill on the ball, and of course great finishing ability and great athletic energy.
A lift into the area. Barsic is out. This is a performance, Seamus, for the Cosmos that comes at a doubly opportunistic time. First, for Steve Moyers and all the American members of the Cosmos, they play Italy on Wednesday evening, the defending World Cup champs. As Terlecki takes it down the side, it's put out. And secondly, at a time, we all know the stories and the news being made around the league, and specifically with the Cosmos over the last week or so, and the need to get down to the salary cap. And this is a game that seemingly can make a statement to wit. The game is the most important matter, and playing it well is equally as important as anything else.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It couldn't come at a better time. And it's also to demonstrate something to the fans who are beginning to have their doubts. That must be offside.
And it is, as Andy Parkinson chases.
Well, Barcelona is still organizing that defense in the offside trap, even with 15:26 to go, and they're trailing by 2 goals to the Cosmos, having led by 2 goals over the Cosmos at one point, giving up 4 straight, and here they are fighting to get back in this game.
Bogey with the captain's armband. Canizares sets to the 18, put out by Green, and now the captain with his left foot. An onside lead for Alan Green. Amador is way out. Misfires on the clearing attempt, but it's out of bounds.
Oh,
so a throw-in.
What a super pass from Bogey, though. He just waited exactly till the right moment when it looked like it was going to go to the left side, and then he found exactly the right space to put it into.
Bogey, a little one-touch move to the inside. Cosmos playing with a skill and a lawn and a panache, if you will, that is refreshing today. Very much the world-class side this afternoon against Barcelona, leading them 4-2. 14 minutes, 20 seconds in the match.
And the Cosmos, of course, having played really an outstanding game at crucial parts of the game. They've not had a consistently outstanding performance throughout, but they've had great performances from the American players like Dan Kenner and this man Moyers, who almost gets behind the defense nicely there, but he's offside.
Who has 2 goals and an assist. Steve Moyers in the first half to tie the match at 2-2. And the 4th goal from Stan Terlecki, a thing of beauty. And then also earlier in the match assisting Roberto Cabañas on the first goal of the match for the Cosmos. Cabañas playing only 1 half. No report yet on exactly his condition, as Neeskens gives it back to Barsic.
And as you mentioned, of course, a big boost for the fans of the Cosmos. So here's a dangerous throw, but it's handled well by Green and then given away by Cantor. Again, possession important. The Cosmos need to kill the game a little bit. It sounds very negative, but I mean take the ball away from Barcelona and possess it for 30 or 40 seconds before they give it up, like right now.
13 minutes in the match. Bogey to Moyers. There goes Steve Moyers. Alan Green down the right side. This is Stan Terlecki with 2 men in the box. One of them Bogey. Centers. Bogey. Header. Goal! What a goal!
What a goal by Bogey! Unbelievable goal!
The Bogey man.
The Bogey man comes out of the midfield where he camps most of the afternoon, makes a great downfield run and a flying header for the fifth, that's right fans, fifth goal against Barcelona. Look at this diving header by Bogey. Fantastic.
Ladislav snaps it home. The assist to Terlecki. This score is going to raise a few eyebrows on the European side of the Atlantic. 5-2. Terlecki assisting Bogey. Picture play goal. Now you can call it a rout. And that double importance of the match we talked about equally clear right now. It's as Lieva, number 12, has come on as well. Another substitution made for Barcelona. So Bogey picks up a rarity, a goal, as Amador is out of his area against Moyers, who is playing 140%.
Well, Moyers putting a challenge on the goalkeeper there and giving himself away. You might say, well, that's silly. He's just going to beat you. Against the goalkeeper there in a field position, not a bad idea to rush him like that. Any other player, you wouldn't want to rush.
11 minutes, 40 seconds in the match. Memorable afternoon for the Cosmos. Maradona. And there's Bogey to strip it away. Bogey playing like a man in his mid-30s right now. He's playing with renewed vigor, having just cracked the net. Well, off his head all the way back to Olmo.
And I might also say Bogey exercising some great leadership in midfield. Bob getting the team organized after that disastrous start, getting some of the midfield marking assignments straightened out. He, along with Moyers, got to be our two leading candidates for the Cosmos player of the game, that's for sure.
Bogey's goal at 77:02. Back it comes to Jimenez, number 14, substitute in the box, knotted down. And the rebound by Huzios as well. Wide with less than 11 in the game. Diego Maradona was a marked man in Spain for the '82 World Cup. Chopped down at every turn. Never got his game on track and was very frustrated after Argentina's entire national effort was a poor one back in 1982. He's the $1 million man for Barcelona. Barcelona looking to perhaps gain some respect back. Goal difference is not a factor into this year's tournament rules. To the far post now to the far corner to Lieva. It will be a goal kick with 10 minutes in the match. Don't forget about Mets baseball against the Padres. It'll be Goose and the Gang Tuesday from Shea at 7:30. Only on Sports Channel. Padres challenging for the leadership in the West where things are tight. And the Mets, every time they lose, and that's not too frequent, Cubs and the Phils drop one, so they are hanging right in there. And wasn't that a good game the other evening that Dwight Gooden pitched against the Dodgers? 14 strikeouts.
Here's Moyers still battling, losing that battle in particular, but great competitive drive in this young man.
Bogey losing his footing. Nothing is called. A lead for Terlecki. They've got Moyers filling the middle. Stand on the ball, taken down edge of the area. And we'll see. It's just a goal kick in and no foul called.
Must be a foul. Just outside the area, this time perilously close to the edge. There you see a trip. Yep.
A free kick given. Yes, just outside the area.
We're into the single numbers now. 9 minutes to go, and the Cosmos nursing a 3-goal lead. And I must say, when they were down 2-0 and looking to be really struggling and all at sea, only to an extent that I can remember once before, and that was against Anderlecht here a few years ago, which really dazzled for the first 20 minutes. Have scored 5 unanswered goals.
Bogey for De Brito, takes it on one bounce, and Lorenzo Amador has it. It has not been Amador's afternoon. Cannot be faulted on any of the goals. Truly, they have come from crisp passing. That last one, the prettiest we have seen this year, bar none. Bogey from Terlecki, snapping home the perfectly placed centering pass off the header. And there's bogey to Andy Parkinson, who has come on for Borja in the second half with 8:25 of the match. So the Cosmos will be playing Udinese. That is the nightcap of next Sunday's doubleheader, but they're not finished yet as Eski moves in and centers behind Terlecki with Moyers running down the middle, but Stan is still on it against Husios.
Boy, Eski, I think, may have had an attack of vertigo in the penalty area there. He's not used to being in there.
Bogey. Offside. 4 Cosmos ahead of the play.
You know, Eski had a legitimate shooting opportunity there, and he just seemed to come all apart at the prospect of that unusual event and gave it up. Didn't give it up as well as he might have done with a lot of Cosmos around him. 7:45 to go. The Cosmos ahead 5-3. 5-2, excuse me.
5-2. It almost was 5-3. It would have been 5-3 if Maradona had beaten Bursic on the penalty kick. But on top of everything else that's happened in this match with the Cosmos, David Bursic stopping the world's greatest player by general acclamation, Diego Maradona, on a penalty kick. Not a well-taken penalty, but stopped nonetheless. Neeskens stops that ball on a dime. 7 minutes, 20 seconds in the match. Maradona, he and Gray been going chest to chest, elbow to elbow all afternoon. No call given there.
Thought it was a handball. I thought Jerry Gray had handled it. They both looked to be handling the ball to me.
Bogey through 3 players. Now the 4th takes it over. Valor. Barcelona looking to counterattack. De Brito sends a man flying and is whistled for. Pedro has played a solid, if unspectacular, game.
Yeah, he's made very few mistakes, which is important, and he's distributed out of some trouble a few times quite well.
Jimenez to Maradona. Jimenez looking to go through. Maradona on the ball, lifts it. And Pedro puts it away as Canizares chases, and Terlecki wins it. And what a match Stan is at. And this has been as positive a match for the Cosmos as their first game with Tampa Bay was unpositive. I hate to say negative. They didn't win the game, but it was a match in which they were outplayed. They won the match. They have outplayed Barcelona this afternoon, and they will win this one as well. Gray to Neeskens.
Boy, Jerry has done a good job in midfield. He's made a few fouls, but he's also done a terrific amount of constructive work in midfield on defense as well.
Now Stan Terlecki tries the left side in a foot race with Comas. Tries to win that race, doubles back. Centers. Parkinson gets a foot to it. Bogey looked to settle, and now it comes back to De Brito. Throw in for the Cosmos with 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So next Sunday, the big doubleheader. Cosmos in the nightcap against Udinese. Luminense against Barcelona. That play was offside as Moyers broke in. Moyers smelling a possible hat trick. Dragan Vujovic will be checking in. I don't know exactly. Yes, Steve Moyers will get a curtain call because he'll be pulled out of the game in favor of Dragan Vujovic. And for all the good matches that Steven has played in league play, this his best. He'll go right to the locker room.
Yeah, well, Moyers has done a terrific job. Vujovic comes in with 5.5 to go, and of course all they'll ask of Vujovic is to help the possession game at this point.
And so Dragan is on with 5:20 in the match. There's Neeskens on the ball, challenged by Canizares, who commits the foul.
I don't quite know the point of this substitution, frankly. 5.5 minutes to go. You wonder why any player would want to come into a downpour like this, or why Eddie would want to make a substitution. Moyers has played so well. I'm sure he doesn't want to be taken out with 5 minutes to go, so it's a bit hard to know exactly what the thinking is there. But in any case, Eddie has decided to go with the Yugoslavian player, Vujovic, out here in the left wing.
Steve does have to play Wednesday against Italy.
Yeah, that's true. But
he's already played 85 minutes. So.
Exactly.
And it will be hard for Alkis Panagoulis to not start him after this performance. It's going to be interesting to see who from the selection will be the starting 11 against the Italians on Wednesday night. Vujovic, the ex-Montreal Manique.
Yeah, well, I would not agree with this substitution. Dragan can help control the ball, but he also fiddles around with it a bit too much for my liking. And they see the Cosmos have lost it. They need to play it away from such situations quickly.
Maradona inside, they play it to Levia. Bicycle attempt, loose, close, off the post. Rebound, Maradona, left foot blocked in front by Gray, who just continues to shut him down like a 40-watt bulb. Comas. DeBrito got 1 foot on it and forced it over the end line. Good play by Pedro. It was fired nonetheless by Huzios about 10 rows deep.
Well, just under 4 minutes to go in this game, and it's clearly in the Cosmos win column. As we'll see, a scissors kick attempt, not quite up to the quality of Moyer's, however, as we saw earlier, but that one off the post at the end, and the Cosmos escaped that time, but the game is effectively over with this 5-2 lead. So the Cosmos will be playing in the second game again next Sunday against Udinese. The first game for third place will be between Barcelona and Fluminense, and that could be a crackerjack of a game too, with those two teams getting together.
Especially with Fluminense having a week of rest.
Yes.
Which will be most important.
Exactly.
Perhaps Zico on hand as well. Terlecki wins that ball. 3.5 minutes in the match. There's Vujovic. They've got Green in the middle with Parkinson. And Terlecki on the wing, and Vujovic losing that ball. And Jimenez challenged by Dragan, who goes right back in and grabs it back. Dragan. Terlecki just watching like a spectator. Dragan does his thing and moves down the left side. How many times did they do that in the last several years with Montreal? Just take possession and not be dispossessed right down the wing. He'll throw it in. 3 minutes.
Oh, nice touch by Terlecki.
You're seeing some artful moves out here as Amador pulls that one in. Under 3 now. 5-2. Cosmos leading Barcelona. 5 unanswered Cosmos goals after Huzios scored twice in the first 11 minutes. Neeskens, the last line of defense. Leyva to Maradona. Who else watching him but Gray? There's Canizares to Leyva. And off they head of Eski for the corner kick with 2.5 minutes now to play. Eski has shown us what he can do when he overlaps this afternoon. A couple of excellent opportunities, and David Bursic has stopped that penalty kick on Maradona. Now the corner kick to be taken by Leyva. Hit it up by Gray. Maradona never got near it, and Eski puts it out. Sent back in. Gray gets another head to it. Sent it again, and Bursic with Maradona in front. 2 minutes in this match, and what a match it has been for the Cosmos. Decisively over the prime European power, Barcelona. Canizares. 100 seconds now. Huzios. Back to Valor. There's Maradona turning and firing wide. To the right of David Bursic.
Boy, that didn't miss by much. Not by much at all, and David sort of looks at it quizzically as it goes over the top and by the side, but it was fairly close. Barcelona has beaten some pretty important teams this year. They knocked Manchester United out of the European Cup Winners' Cup rather, and they themselves were then knocked out. They didn't get to the final. It was eventually won by Juventus 2-1 over Porto about 10 days ago.
Vujovic wins that one in. Juventus, of course, coming to the States this summer. Thomas. Close. 1 minute to play unofficially as Vujovic, and that ball not totally over the touchline. Now it is. Well, the Cosmos will be in the Transatlantic Challenge Championship match once again. And it looked rather iffy for the first 11 minutes of this match as Huzios put Barcelona on top. There is Jimenez. Giving it back with 29 seconds to go. Jimenez, number 14, edge of the box. Now the chip cracked in. With 17 seconds to go. The third goal for Barcelona.
I think Huzios again, was it?
I believe so. Either he or close. We'll get another look.
It's a nice cross in here.
Yes.
That is Huzios. A beautifully executed header into the bottom corner there. No chance for David Bursic whatsoever, but it's really just purely a statistic at this point with 17 seconds to go. So at 89-43. One final goal in this match to make it the 8th goal of the evening. But the Cosmos with a 2-goal lead. And here's Vujovic looking for another one.
Vujovic moves in with 3 seconds to play. And so Huzios with the hat trick as we play on. And now Halftime is whistled to conclusion, and so, despite the late goal by Huzios and his hat-trick, the Cosmos, with 5 unanswered tallies, with a 5-3 win over Barcelona, they will be in the championship round of the Transatlantic Challenge Cup against Udinese.